boss. We got big problems. You better call that robot that spot show. It's Spotbot. Anybody got a 20 on that spot bot? ETA ASAP. Over. Alright, so we're gonna go over and unload Old Orangey here. And then we gotta go over to Total and grab a poly tank and take that to Tree Hills, and then we're gonna start jockeying panel skids to build the C-ring, just from old location and new location. That's kind of the plan today. 10 o'clock, slept in. There was no rush. He was like, come in for 10, because I didn't get home till like 11:30 last night, so we'll get hammering down on this ASAP. need something that's so massive to haul they can't haul it themselves, who do they call? TriStar. Just kidding. Short truck today, so this is going out of the same place that we got to go out and do stuff anyways. It's dinky. It's a poly pump. And I'm like, I have no idea. It's like, it's over here. I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for. Pull it out with a chain. Tried backing up to it. I see in the video, but time for a new sling, I think. It's getting pretty flattened out. Wanted to wrap the ears, but the pockets just suck it off the roll. And it would wrap the ears, the chain's tightening against there, so. I was getting rolled up on. So I'm like vlogging. He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, fine. Embarrassing. I don't like to be watched when I'm vlogging. But anyways. Loaded. Let's go. It's not going to the same place. It's a good thing I asked, because I would have just been like, hey, here's your guys' poly tank. We didn't order a poly tank. Another embarrassing moment. So yeah, same area though. So we'll get going here.
Hey, butthead, check it out. Let's burn something. Yes,
cool. It's about time they played something cool.
Yeah.
Gripping the wheel, his knuckles went white with desire. The wheels of his Mustang exploding on the highway like a slug from a 45. True death, 400 horsepower of maximum performance, piercing the night. This is Black Sunshine.
Whoa, cool lawnmower.
Yeah. Yes.
This guy is cool. Hey, Beavis. Is that guy from Rastafaria?
Yeah.
Cool. Whoa, skulls are cool.
Yeah. Eyeballs are cool. Let's try taking our eyeballs out.
I knew
That would be cool. I'll go get the pliers.
Yes.
a concrete fascination, scraping the edge of nothing. This is Black Sunshine.
know who you might run into around here. It's just part of this. They're having a pre-meeting, doing a safety pre-meeting. Cement job's going on right now. And a buddy Steve from high school. Haven't seen him for probably 10 years. He used to work for Trailblazer back in the day, way back. So yeah, like 10 years ago I saw him. I went out to do some bed work and haven't seen him since high school. So that was like 10 years prior to that. And it was just like, hey man, how's it going? So it's just weird to run into people every now and then on the rigs. And then everybody's wearing hard hat, safety glass, coveralls. They're like, Gerald, what's up? And I'm like, you're like, who's this guy? Happens once in a while. It's usually pretty bad with like swampers and stuff. They're like, hey man, what's up? But they only worked at Road Train for like 3 weeks. I'm like, sorry. If you're not there for more than a month or two, I don't even remember most of the people. But anywho, cool to see people from high school talk about the good old days. It's been a while since I've been in the doghouse anyways. So we'll go finish moving these panels for artists now. Stay tuned. kitty coming out. Best be waiting for him. There's no room to be passing. Here he comes. What's that place called? As Wart or something? I don't know. I think it's out of Edmonton. That is a decent field over there. Looking real good. I don't know anything about fields, but it looks good. Same with this one over here. Maybe coming up my way. Man, I hate being in the dust and like this. I don't know what it is. This everything in this truck squeaks, rattles, does something. The bushing's right underneath my foot. Both sides. The best thing that could happen to this truck is it just burnt to the ground. Like you can tell, this is what a fine example if you drive the living shit out of your truck all the time in the bush, down the gravel roads, washboard, bridges, just fucking full tilt, full send. Isn't that the Alberta way? I don't know. Some people, yeah. Me, I like to take a little bit more pride in my own, well, I don't own it, but fuck, I'll treat it like I own it. Like, look at that, set it down. I don't even, how do you brake that? Did you hit a bump so hard that your head shot up there and smashed into it? Or did you have a third passenger and you got air? And he wasn't strapped in. He wasn't using the sleeper seat belts. Comment below if you've ever used the sleeper seatbelts. I don't know, what is it, oh, there's that guy, Smart Trucking Guy has a YouTube channel. And he just talks about the trucking industry at all. He's white beard, always wearing glasses and stuff, and he's always posed up in front of a truck or something. He talks about trucking industry all the time. One of his recent videos, I think, was, do you think cab overs will make a comeback? And he was telling a story about cab over. How it was slow and he had to run double with a buddy, and he had with the same company, and it was it a spring ride? It must have been a spring ride, because I don't know why it would be that bouncy, but spring ride or rubber block. And it was my turn to go and get some Z's in the bunk, and he got tossed out of the bed like twice, and then he was like, how do you sleep in this thing? He was always just like, I don't ever remember that as a kid, so it must have been air ride on all the trucks my dad had, because I remember riding on the doghouse in the sleeper opening and getting some air and smashing my head right on the seam. I remember that well, because that hurt a lot, and I remember that. I think I might have permanently deformed my head, because I was quite young and soft still. But anyways, he's like, yeah, Smart Trucking Guy's like, his co-driver's like, you gotta strap in. Strap in, he said. And he's like, that whole trip he never got any sleep, and he didn't even make 1 or 2 trips, and he just finally said, that's enough. And he's like, just drop me off here, I'll get my own way home. That's enough of this and I'm done. That's pretty funny. Wonder where Ray is. He's supposed to be helping me. He had to make 2 trips from our yard, but my calculations, and I know he likes to work harder than I do, he should have been back here by 4. It's 4:30. That means he's humping the dog, thinking I'm gonna get all this done before he gets back, and he's just taking his sweet ass time. But I'm gonna do one more and I'm going home. Ha ha! Maybe it was called Wyart. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Swanson? Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look on the... Oh, yeah! It's right here. Samsonite. I was way off.
I would say Wyart. It's probably W-I-R-T. Well, I'm crooked. Don't vlog and drive at the same time. It's not a good combination. Fail. It's not perfect. It's good. It's soft up here too. I'm sure you probably heard it while I'm winching down. It's blah, blah, blah. It's Punisher Clutch Day. For you who have live hydraulics know what's going on. Alright. Get out and unchain this. Need some more dust. Well, could be worse, could be raining. And it could be all mud and we could be chaining up every trip. Could have been the fastest unload. It wasn't even 59 seconds on the clock on the camera.
Should I?
did, I don't remember it. You can be me and I will be you. You can live just like a storm. I'll take my sanity, you take the fame. I'm under it, over it all. I'm under and over it. Selling my soul and changing my name. Did you hear the one about me being the brick? Did you know I don't care? You can suck mine. Did you hear the one about me trying to die? Fist in the air and a finger to the sky. Do I care if you hate me? Do you wanna know the truth? Say la vie, adios, good riddance, fuck you. You can be me and I will be you. You can live just.
So you might think, what's going on? It's getting rough all of a sudden. It's kind of how I get when I'm pissed off.
I don't think he's gonna stop.
Forgotten thoughts of yesterdays. Through my eyes I see the past. Well, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know why. I believe in the truth from inside. Go away, go away, go away from me. Leave me alone. Ignorance spreads like